Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is November 1st, 2022. So I know most of you heard of the news that the rapper Takeoff was shot and killed earlier this morning in Houston. They're saying that he was shot in the head over a dice game, according to TMZ. No doubt this was a Jesuit ritual, but it seems to me that his death is connected to the World Series. Right now, the Houston Astros are playing the Philadelphia Phillies. And they were supposed to play yesterday on Halloween, but they postponed the game because of the weather down there in Philly. But we'll talk about all the numbers and show you guys what this all means in connection to the World Series and why he was shot in Houston out of all places. The guy with the Takeoff name. So I guess it's official because most articles were saying that they know that they knew there was a person shot and killed, but they didn't have the identity of the victim. But TMZ seems to be very certain that it was Takeoff. So we're gonna take their word for it. So this is the headline that came out earlier this morning. It says here that Takeoff. Let me just make sure that the audio is working before we get started. Okay. If anybody can just say okay, because I was having issues with my microphone yesterday when I was trying to do a live stream. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not taking any phone calls right now. Okay. So Takeoff, dead at 28, shot in Houston. I mean, the first thing that stands out to me is just the fact that his name is Takeoff, which is associated with spaceships and rockets. And he dies in Houston, Texas, where NASA is located. I mean, that right there, it's just amazing how this stuff is all really scripted. Like, even the names of these rappers are just perfect. And then they are killed in the perfect location. And just think about Astros, spaceship. Oh, man. In an emergency audio obtained by TMZ, you hear dispatchers discussing the incident, saying 5 shots were fired. And revealing the initial caller said they heard gunshots and people screaming. Takeoff, 1/3 of Migos, is dead after an early morning shooting in Houston. TMZ Hip Hop has confirmed. Law enforcement sources and multiple witnesses tell us the fatal incident went down shortly after 2:30 a.m. You know what's funny about them saying that he was shot at 2:30 a.m.? Takeoff and Quavo, who are related. Quavo is the uncle of Takeoff. They are two of the members of the Migos group. They just put out an album called Only Built for Infinity Links. This album came out 25 days ago, which makes sense because Death is 25. But notice what date it came out. It came out on October 7th, like 107. In Gematria, the word shooting is 107. But if you look up here, track number 9, they got a song called 2.30. How about that? The guy gets killed at 2:30 a.m. I'm telling you, though, all this stuff is scripted. All this stuff is planned way before they do it. And you know, I always think that a lot of this stuff is theater. Nobody's really getting hurt. They just reporting it, but who knows? But it says here that the incident went down shortly after 2:30 a.m. That's when cops got the call for a man shot at a bowling alley called 810 Billiards and Bowling in Houston. Of course, bowling alley equals Society of Jesus. It also equals 137, like how this shooting happened 137 days after Takeoff's birthday. We're told Takeoff and Quavo were there playing dice. I mean, just think about it. Why would these millionaires be playing dice with random people anyway? When an altercation broke out, and that's when someone opened fire shooting Takeoff, either in the head or near his head. He was pronounced dead at the scene. You guys think these millionaires need to gamble? TMZ Hip Hop has obtained footage from the scene, and you can see Quavo in an orange shirt and others gathered around Takeoff. At first, they tried to move him, but then put him back down, and Quavo yelled for someone to get help. Police tell us 2 other people were shot and were taken to the hospital in private vehicles. We do not know their conditions. I guess TMZ forgot the T over here. Quavo was not injured. Okay. So let's just get into the numbers. If you guys have been following me for any period of time, you've probably heard me talk about the number 213. That is a number that shows up a lot around suspicious killings. Think about Tupac. He died in a big 213 ritual. The Notorious B.I.G. also died in a 213 ritual. The number 213 is a very important number to this practice and to these rituals. In gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words. This is the language that these people are using to script out the careers of these rappers and also to eventually murder them. Let me show you this. Look, in gematria, the word death, using satanic gematria, you see how it equals 213? I talk about this number a lot because the phrase drive-by shooting equals 213, and even though Takeoff didn't die in a drive-by shooting, a lot of rappers do. Like the Biggie Smalls character, he died in the 213 ritual. From his daughter's birthday to the death of Biggie is exactly 213 days. Biggie died in Los Angeles, the home of the 213 area code. And again, drive-by shooting and death are both 213. Tupac, which was his arch rival at that time, he put out his last album, All Eyes on Me, on February 13th, 213. And then ended up dying exactly 213 days after that album came out. From 213 to 913, the day that Tupac died, it was 213 days. And drive-by shooting is 213 as well. So Tupac and Biggie died in 213 rituals. We also we spoke about the rapper Young YMW Melly, who's supposed to be murdered his 2 best friends. And his rap group was called Young Nigga YMW, which stands for Young Nigga World, which also equals 213. And if you guys remember that story, he was arrested on February 13th for the murder of his 2 best friends, who he supposedly claimed died in a drive-by shooting. So this number is very infamous. It also has a lot to do with other things as well, like the NBA Finals and a lot of other things equal 213, but it usually shows up around a lot of suspicious deaths, 213. You guys see the 84? YMW Melly, he put out a song called Murder on My Mind, which came out on August 3rd. And then 84 days later, his 2 best friends were murdered. Right? Young Nigga World is 84, like Jesuit Order. And then on 213, he was apprehended by the police. And the reason I'm bringing up the number 213 is because Takeoff, he ended up being a 213 ritual as well today. Because notice this. So his uncle, Quavo, he was born on April 2nd. Makes sense, 4-2, like 42. Another number stamped on Black history. Today leaves 60 days left in the year, which makes sense because the N-word is also 60. But from Quavo's 31st birthday to the death of his nephew, notice it's 213 days. From April 2nd to November 1st. And again, death is 213. So it makes sense for his nephew to be dead 213 days after his birthday. But if you guys are wondering why he's dead at the age of 28, it's simple. It's because of gematria. In gematria, the name Takeoff equals 28. Right? Takeoff, 28. The word kill is 28. This is a number that we probably discuss on a daily basis because the gematria of kill equals 28. So this number gets used a lot as well. Notice kill equals 28. It also equals all you see, all these values get used ritualistically. 44, 17, 64, 28. All these numbers get used. I mean, Takeoff is dead 19 weeks and 3 days after his birthday, which is like the number 193 to 44 prime. Kill's 44. But Kill's also 64. We've seen a lot of rappers die connected to the number 64. King Vaughn, who was supposedly from 64th Street in Chicago, he ended up dying on the 311th day of the year, the 64th prime. His name equals 64 as well, his birth name. And 17, that's another number gets used a lot, right? Rap is 17. Rap is also 19, like how Takeoff is dead 19 weeks after his birthday. But 28, right? 28. That is another number that, all four of these numbers get used a lot, but 28 gets used as frequent as the other numbers as well. So Kill's 28, and this rapper, his stage name is Takeoff, which also equals 28 and 64. You see, the 64 is there as well. So he's dead at the age of 28. And like I said, just think about his name, Takeoff, dead in Houston, NASA, spaceships. The Astros are in the World Series. Last year, the Astros lost to the Braves. That's where Takeoff is from. He's from Atlanta. Atlanta defeats Houston last year. Now Houston's about to take off. Get it? Get the joke? It's sick, but this is exactly what's going on. They're using these rappers in connection to the sports games, in connection to their albums. Their deaths are always synced up with the people that they're around. The whatever sporting event is current, whatever news is current. That's how this stuff works. These rappers are not being killed for no reason. This stuff is ritual. This stuff is all connected. Whoever named this man Takeoff knew to take him off in Houston, because that's the perfect location. As sick as that sounds, as crazy as that sounds. If you're familiar with these rappers' music, their most successful album is called Culture. Notice the 28 in Culture as well, right? But this rapper was born Kershnik Ball. His name has that 54 gematria. Now, that's an important number because that connects to the Jesuit order. Jesuit order is 54. He ended up dying on the day with 54 numerology. Today is November 1st, 2022. Just add it up. 11 plus 1 plus 20 plus 22 equals 54. So the guy with the 54 name ends up dying on the day with 54 numerology. There it is. 11 plus 1 plus 20 plus 22 equals 54. Today also has 34 numerology. That's the rapper number. Rapper and murder are both 34. Of course, today has a life lesson number of 18. IHS, which stands for Isis Hamalan Salvatore, which is the Jesuit motto, equals 18. IHS, that's the initials. So no doubt who's behind his killing. No doubt why he was chosen. The guy with the 54 name. No mystery why he was taken. Why his life was taken at the age of 28. And why he came on his uncle's 213 days after his uncle's birthday. Now, the other member of Migos is Takeoff. No, it's Offset. Excuse me. Takeoff is the victim here. This is the guy who supposedly they have beef with now, and they decided to not be associated with him anymore. Because I don't know what happened between these three, but in the recent months, Quavo and Takeoff have not been associating with Offset. Offset is the third member of the Migos, right? And I'm not really too aware of what's going on between these celebrities because I don't really care. I just report the news when it comes out because I know all this stuff is all a joke. Whenever they say that they're not friends, it's all part of the big story that they're about to develop. But Offset, he was born December 14, 1991, and today happens to be 46 weeks after his birthday, or 322 days, the number of Skull and Bones. But the 46 stands out to me because the word sacrifice, the word rap, Spengali, they all equal to 46. So it makes sense for a sacrifice 46 weeks after Offset's birthday. A person that some people in the community claim is a clone. You dummies. Gotta wake up. These so-called, awake truth speakers claiming these celebrities are being cloned is just ridiculous. But yeah, you guys know the bowling alley. Bowling alley has a Gematria of 137. Today's the 137th day of Takeoff's age, which is also the 33rd prime number. Born June 18th. Speaking of clone, there's Gucci Man right there. So going back to this album, this is the last album that was released by Takeoff, but it's only featuring him and Quavo. Again, him and I guess Offset and these two have some type of issues, so that's why they only decided to put it out with these two. But I'm telling you that's how you know all this stuff is just a big lie. You know, I mean, what are the odds that for some reason Offset it just taken off from the group, and then these two just happen to collaborate on an album that comes out on 10/7 when shooting is 107, and then the guy Takeoff is killed 25 days later when death is 25. This is where they're saying that it happened at 1201 San Encino Street in Houston, Texas. That 1201, when I see that number, I'm looking at 201 for some reason. I know it's not 201. I know it's 1201, but it just, I don't know, the 201 is just staring at me when I look at this address. We know the DJ's with order is 201. Order of Illuminati is 201. Offset, the other member of that group, I want you guys to take a look at his name, his birth name. I remember covering the birth of his daughter, who was synced up with the guy that was killed in the Bronx. We'll probably discuss that a little later on today. But look, Offset's birth name, Kiari Kendro Cephas, 201. Like Order of Illuminati, like the Jesuit Order. I mean, this number right here, it looks like a 201 to me. This is where they supposedly claim the shooting happened at. But going back to what I was saying about 230, I mean, if you look at the track list of this album, track number 9, it's called 230. Takeoff killed at 2:30 a.m. in the shooting. This album came out on 10/7. Only built for infinity links. Let's see. Yeah, so this happened really close to the Toyota Center where the Rockets play. It happened right next to a Catholic church as well. Funny. So 46 weeks after Offset's birthday and 213 days after Quavo's birthday, Takeoff is dead in Houston while the Astros is playing. Space, Takeoff, Rockets. He dies right next to where the Rockets play. Funny, right? Isn't it? Just think about that, man. Think about the mockery. Takeoff dies a few blocks away from where the Rockets play. Like the way the people mock us is like it's like we're like children to them. Look at it. The Toyota Center is right there. He gets killed literally like 1-2 blocks away from the Toyota Center where the Rockets play. The guy named Takeoff. While the Astros are in the World Series. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't die in the Toyota Center. I think people would have still be like, oh, that's a coincidence. Takeoff dies in the Rocket Center and where the Rockets play. That's just coincidence, man. These conspiracy theories guys are getting on my nerves. Like, you guys gotta wake up. Like, this shit is mockery. They treat us like we're fucking children. How many times we've discussed 213 rituals? Just go look. I'm just typing 213 on my blog, see what comes up. So Fugees album. Um, funny because George Floyd, he had a crew named Young Risk Takers, which was 213, like Black History Month. I remember that. Oh yeah, the Fugees, they put out their album on 213 as well. Oh yeah, I remember this ritual. In this album, they talk about a guy named Floyd being killed by the cops. Oh my gosh. Go look at that. I don't know if that video is still on my blog. I mean, it's still on my page, but if you go listen to the score by the Fugees, they got a song that talks about a guy named Floyd being killed by the cops. Way before George Floyd was killed by the cops. Album came out in 213. Of course, Fugees equals racism, right? And then George Floyd, the news of his death goes viral on Lauryn Hill's birthday. Like, it's just a coincidence, you guys. Don't pay me no mind. Of course, Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Jeffrey Dahmer, 213, killing people out of apartment 213. We just spoke about this the other day when the documentary came out. All his victims being killed out of apartment 213. There it is, 213. Talk about this number all the time. There it is. I'm telling you, just go to my blog and type in 213. You'll see how often we talk about this number. Yeah, Floyd the landlord. Young Risk Takers, 213. He killed in Minnesota where the Lakers are from. Lakers, the area code is 213. Synced up with the Lakers rigged championship that year. Of course, the Lakers won the championship. Look at the guy with the Lakers sweatshirt on. Justice for George Floyd. Who died at the age of 46. That same year, LeBron James becomes 4-6 in the finals. The Lakers win on Father-Daughter Day. Like, come on, man. This stuff is just in your face, man. Here it is, YMW Melly. YMW Melly. Young nigga world equals drive-by shooting. He claimed that his two friends was killed in a drive-by shooting. Look at the headline. YMW said his friends were killed in a drive-by. But that's not what the bullets revealed, cops say. Because the guy named is Jamel Demons, which equals 201. And he was born on the Illuminati's 223rd birthday. The guy with the 223 song. Keep in mind that the NBA Finals this year will be played on the day leaving 213. Oh, actually, yeah, the day leaving 213 days left in the year. And we just had this big story with Mutombo, who was diagnosed with a brain tumor 213 days after Joel Embiid's birthday. Joel Embiid, who I suspect to be related to Mutombo, but that's a different story for a different day. And then, of course, today, Quavo, right? I mean, Takeoff. Dead a few blocks from where the Rockets play. But that's just coincidence, right? On the 54 date numerology. Of course, the guy's birth name is also 83, like murder. We should definitely mention that, because 83 is a number that we talk about a lot as well. YMW, he put out that song "Murder on My Mind" on August 3rd on 83. Murder on My Mind. Murder's 83. The song "Murder by Numbers" came out in the year 83 by the police, who always seems to know all the details about these shootings, right? They always know everything. They're the ones reporting it. But they're probably the ones orchestrating it. Speaking of 46, Houston, Texas is also 46 as well, to go along with all the other 46s. Him dying 46 weeks after Offset's birthday. I should look up Cardi B. I know she's probably synced up with this as well. She was born on 10/11. That's funny because her birthday is written 10/11, and today's date can be written 11/10. Well, 11, the reflection of 10/11, right? 11/01. That's how today's date can be written. Belcalis. So today is about 30 days or 31 days after, no, about 21 days after her birthday. Cardi B has that 28 in her name as well, huh? How old is she? Oh, she's 30. Okay. So she made it past her 30 or 28th birthday. Lucky for her. And you know what else is like? This is what I mean. Look at this. Takeoff. You go to Takeoff's Instagram page. Speaking of 83, the guy just has 83 posts on his Instagram. 83. His 83rd post was this one, which probably was 19 hours ago. He just posted it. He just posted his 83rd post right before he got murdered. .10-7 and shooting is 107. If you guys want to call up and give us any additional details, the number is 646-986-0958. The phone line is now open. I'm going to put the phone number on the screen so you guys can see it. Please give us a call. Don't be shy. Any details help. All details help. Okay, there it is. What are the odds, man? The guy gets killed in Houston. Takeoff. Wow. Hello?
Yo, what's up, Arthur? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Thank you for the call.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention, I don't know if you saw it, but on this newest music video at I think it's like 2:42, if you want to go to that timestamp of that video.
Okay, what is it called? What is the song called? What is the song called?
Messy. MESSY. Which has 18 numerology, just like the date, 11/1.
Okay, you're gonna wait for the ad to go by.
All right.
Okay, so at the what is it?
2:42.
Okay, I'm there.
Do you see the RIP next to him, Grim Reaper?
Oh my goodness! Yep.
Yep.
That's crazy. Oh man.
That's how they do it.
They put the Grim Reaper and the RIP right next to him. Wow.
Yep. They kept it there for a few seconds as well, so
Isn't it sick, man? That's a nice catch, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And
Wow.
then I don't know. I said earlier. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. Like Messi equals 18, just like the date numerology.
Yeah, like
18.
IHS. Yep.
Yep. All right, Arthur. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how they do it, man. If you watch closely these music videos, they give out hints all the time. Look at that, the Grim Reaper with the RIP and the tombstone right here at the 242 mark. Oh my goodness, so obvious. Oh, these people are something else, man. Yeah, speaking of RIP, it makes sense because remember that song came out in the album that I just spoke about, Only Built for Infinity Links, and RIP equals 25. He died 25 days after the release of that album. So it makes sense for them to put the RIP in that music video. And again, remember the track number 9. See, it's Messi is track number 12. But track number 9 says it's called 2:30. That's the time that he was killed, according to TMZ. Killed at 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. So yeah, so the phone line is open 646-986-0958. If you have details like that, please call in. Um, Stuff like that is beautiful because it's more evidence of how how the programming works, how this stuff is all planned. This stuff is not by accident. This guy did not really get killed over no dice game. Millionaires don't gamble with random people. Like, come on, you guys gotta be smarter than that. These are millionaires. They're not gonna be rolling dice with just random people who have weapons on them. So Twiz the Wiz Kid says Amigos they have a song called R.I.P. Let's look that up. So Amigos R.I.P. song. This came out. It came out in 2013. That makes sense. On June 13th. You know what's funny about that date? That date can be written 13/6, like 136, and Takeoff died 136 days after his birthday in a 213 ritual. Let me just call this person back. Hold on. Yes, hello? Oh. So it says here, let me see. I want to take a minute to say rest in peace to all the OGs, man. No young nigga learn from that shit. Speaking of the Grim Reaper, I mean, he died a day after Halloween, too. Hmm. Hello?
Yo, what's up, Arthur?
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm just calling from Minnesota. So I don't know if you saw at the Matrix. He posted a video about an hour ago. If you watch the end of it, it's pretty much just like the news footage, but the end of it, he's got like the video footage. I don't know if you guys checked that out yet or not.
No. Tell me about
it. Go ahead. Right, the Matrix 20. There's footage. I don't know. It's kind of like it's weird. I mean, usually how these like false flags, they always got like it looks like rag dolls kind of. I can't really tell with this one, but I mean, I'd like if you guys checked it out. You know what I mean?
So it's on Right the Matrix channel?
Yep, Right the Matrix 20. He just posted it like an hour ago.
Okay, let me look it up. Man. Don't hang up. Hold on.
All right, sounds good.
We won't get a copyright strike for it, right?
I hope not. I mean, that's why I'm like, it's up to you, man, if you want to check it out. Otherwise, I guess you can just, you can probably just click through it without having to play it. I mean, I bet you, Right the Matrix doesn't have it, like, he probably doesn't have, like, you can't copyright that, can you? I don't know.
Okay, I see it. Okay, here we go. So you want me to play the audio as well?
It's up to you, man. You don't got to. I mean, honestly, I think the last part, it might not even have any audio, so... it's up to you, man.
All right, hold on. Let me get my speaker. Let me see what this agent is talking about. You can tell that these people are just like they're rehearsing.
Right.
All this stuff is just so like rehearsed.
Isn't it weird? I mean, it's just like I wish more people would understand though. Like, it's just it kind of pisses me off. It's like, bro, do you not see like how you were just saying? Like, how the fuck is a multi-millionaire playing fucking dice games on the sidewalk?
With random people who are armed. Like,
it doesn't make any sense. There's zero sense about it.
Yeah, it don't make sense. And millionaires don't even talk to regular people.
Exactly. Appreciate you for taking my call, man. Just check out that video.
All right, thanks a lot, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's watch this video about Right the Matrix.
We got one male that's deceased. He's right in front of the 810 bowling alley, which is on the 3rd floor. Looks like he's been shot in the head or neck, possibly. Right now, we don't have a whole lot of information. We know it happened somewhere around 2:35. There were some security guards that were in the area, but they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting. A lot of folks were there. They were in front of the bar. The bar was actually closed at the time. The door was locked, but people were congregating out on the balcony area, and everybody fled. We got some video footage, but not very well. Everybody fled. Homicide investigators are coming. It would be great if anybody would come forward and tell us what occurred, because right now we really don't have a whole lot of anything. So if they would call HPD homicide, that would be great.
Any shell casings recovered?
At this time, it's so fresh. Like I said, everybody took off running. There is a lot of debris up there. I'm not sure at this time. I'm sure they'll find
everybody took off running. Take off running. Yeah, funny.
Something. Okay.
Thank you.
Now to breaking news, a deadly shooting in the heart of downtown Houston overnight, and there are reports several high-profile rappers were there when that gunfire rang out.
Yeah, this happened near the corner of Polk and San Jacinto. Ogochi Iloka was the first reporter live at the scene. And Ogochi, you've been talking to witnesses and police. What's the latest?
Yeah, the latest is Houston police still out here investigating this deadly shooting that happened outside of Billers and Bowling Alley. So a witness and a security guard do tell me that the rap group Migos was here at the time of the shooting, and Houston police did confirm that with us not too long ago. Take a look at this video of the scene here. A couple of hours ago, Houston police say that the shooting happened on the 3rd floor of the balcony. A crowd of about 30 to 40 people were gathered gathered outside, and witnesses reported two groups arguing, entourages, and fighting. The next thing you know, shots were fired. Police say a man was shot in the neck and head and was killed here, sadly. Security guards were involved in the shooting, according to police. Witnesses also described that as well. Now, the crowd ran outside trying to get some assistance there. We're told that two other victims, according to police, showed up at local hospitals. Here's what police had to say when we asked about Quavo and Takeoff being here at the time of the shooting. Take a listen. So you haven't identified if the rappers are Migos? We were told by several witnesses who attended the party they were here at the bowling alley.
Yes, we were informed that they were here.
The
Yes.
Migos, Quavo and Takeoff?
Yes.
So you heard it there. They did confirm on the record that Takeoff and Quavo, rappers a part of the rap group Migos, were in fact here at the time of the shooting. However, they did not confirm if they were involved in the shooting or if either one of them were shot here. So we're working to get more information. Witnesses tell us that they were very upset that all of this happened. We're working to get more details for them as well, too. We'll send it back to you all in the studio.
A big update for us this morning. Ugochi Iloka bringing us the latest involving Migos in this shooting. Thank you so much.
No. I'm a nurse. Don't move. I'm a nurse. Maddie, come inside, Maddie.
Come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, you know, this reminds me a lot of what they did with Nipsey Hussle. I remember the YouTube channel had Tupac Hoax revealed. He showed a video of when they was transporting Nipsey from the scene of the incident to the ambulance, and the guy's leg looked like it was a wooden leg, like it was a fake leg, almost like if it was a dummy instead of an actual person. And that's what this reminds me of, because if you look up here, look at this. Look at the person standing and how he picks up the legs of Takeoff. It doesn't seem like it had any weight to it. Look at this.
Come on, we gotta go.
Look. You see this person right here. He's gonna lift up the legs, and it's not gonna look like it's a real leg. It doesn't have any weight to it. Check it out. Look. think right there you can see it. Look. Yeah, you know, whether or not it's a mannequin or it's a real person, I don't really think that's important because we won't ever be able to definitively prove it, whether or not he's dead or alive. But we do know the details don't make sense, right? The guy, why would a millionaire be playing dice with a regular person? Because if it was somebody out of his camp, there's no reason somebody out of his camp would have been shooting at him. And we do know how the numbers sync up with the ritual, right? So dead on the 54, dating numerology. His birth name is 54. Dead at 28 when Takeoff is 28 and the most pure. 213 days after his uncle's birthday, Quavo. So those of you who do not think that none of this stuff is real and think that I'm just spitting out bullshit, I put my number on the screen right there, 646-986-0958. If you want to have a respectful debate, just call us up, you know? This stuff goes on every single day. Hello?
Yo, peace, simple truth.
What's going
on? Power, man.
What's going on, brother?
Ain't too much, bro. Got a couple good ones for you, man.
What's going on?
As we know, Houston is one of the areas where you got the George Bush energy as well, right?
Yeah.
So don't forget. Well, let me put it like this: if you look up George Bush Intercontinental Airport and you look at the address, it's 2800 Terminal Road. So it's back to that 28.
Yep.
Also, it's rating, like on Google, it's 4.2 stars. They keep referring to him as 1/3 of the Migos. If I write out 1/3, it equals 42, just like the N-word.
Nice.
Also, if you measure from George Bush birthday, 7/6, to today, is exactly 118 days later, and we know that death equals 118.
From whose birthday?
From George Bush Jr. birthday. From
Okay.
7/6 until today was exactly 118 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. It happened in Houston. That makes sense.
You feel me? Also, this might be kind of a side note, but no, it ain't even a side note. If you measure from, my fault, hold on, let me get my shit together. All right, if you measure from today's date until the anniversary date of the Three Amigos, I'm talking about the original movie with Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin.
That's a good one. What is it called?
So,
Three Amigos?
Yeah, the Three Amigos. That's where they got their name from in the first place, right?
Okay,
So
yeah,
if
this
you
is
measure
great.
from today and until 12/12, which will be the anniversary date of the Three Amigos, that's 41 days. Skull and Bones equal 41 to go along with that George Bush thing that I'm saying.
And Halloween is also 41. He
Forgot
died.
about that. You ain't never lying. You on point. Exactly. Exactly. I forgot about that. Also, if I write out this ain't necessarily all the way with Takeoff, but it is interesting that George Bush Intercontinental Airport equal 188, and we know the Bavarian Illuminati equal 188. Just thought that was interesting as well. George Bush Jr. equals 63, and Fuji's equals 63. And if I'm not mistaken, racism is 63 as well, right?
Yes, sir.
All day long. Also, don't forget that the movie itself, I'm kind of bouncing around. I just wrote down a bunch of notes, so my fault for bouncing around a little bit. But the original movie Migos is about 3 cowboys. That goes back to the racism again too, because original cowboys came from the term where the slave master would say, "Go get that cow, boy." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what Mario Van Peebles was showing us with the movie Posse, where he showed a cast that had all black cowboys. You get what I'm saying? So it's definitely like some racist undertones there. You get what I'm saying? And it's definitely synced up with George Bush Jr. as well. Don't forget that they did the Georgia Guidestones blow up, this year on 7/6 as well. Almost looked like they were taking off. Like when they showed the pictures of the blow up of the Georgia Guidestones, it looked like it was a space shuttle taking off or something from the bomb. Bomb equals 76. George Bush Jr. turned 76 this year on 7/6. You get what I'm saying? So I just thought that was interesting as well. I think that the Georgia Guidestones got something to do with it. And don't forget, again, it's in Georgia, and that's where them brothers is from. They from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much all
that's
I
a
got,
great
brother.
that's a great point. That's a great point. Yep.
I appreciate you taking my call, brother, and awesome work too, man. I'm really just starting to sit down and really watch your videos, man. You the truth, brother. I guess that's why you call Simple Truth, huh?
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
You all right, brother. I definitely keep listening, man, and I'm sub, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you too. Thank you for the call.
You got it. All right, you got it. Peace.
Yeah, he made a lot of great points. God, I think I should have definitely looked into this film. I didn't know that's where they got their names from. This film, Three Amigos. I find it interesting that it's 79 days after Steve Martin's birthday. That's definitely interesting because Murder's 79. 8/14. Society of Jesus is 79 as well. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. Hello? So this film came out on 12/12, and he died. He died 41 days before the anniversary, like the caller said. Skull and Bones is 41. He died 322 days after this guy's birthday as well. Hello? Hello?
Yo, what's up, man? It's just me again. I'm the one that just told you to watch that Year at the Matrix video.
Yeah.
So I just want to make another point. Another thing is, usually if a shootout is happening or if someone gets shot, don't people usually flee? It looks like people are just relaxed in the video, right? Like they're kind of just like sitting there, a bunch of people recording. Like, don't people run away and shoot? Or like, how does that work?
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. It looks so rehearsed. The cops are so relaxed. I mean, there's a shooter, and they supposedly they haven't even caught the shooter yet. But yeah, they're talking to the media like there's nothing wrong. Like, it's just
it's crazy, man.
It's the same thing, man, all the time.
I just want to make that one last point. My name's Choma in the chat, CHOMA. Thanks, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's another thing, right? I mean, if you guys saw the footage, I mean, how come everybody just standing there? There's a shooter on the loose who just finished shooting somebody in the head. Why would you be standing around? Somebody says his album anniversary is tomorrow. His album anniversary. What album? Yeah, nobody's fleeing. Nobody's trying to. You know what? Then space. I think NASA just had a rocket launch. Let me see. What date was that? Oh, they're gonna have a rocket launch on the 14th. I think that's the next one. But they just had one on upcoming mission events, November 6th. Yeah, they just had one not too long ago, though. November 1st. Hello?
What up, Simple Truth?
What's going on? Thank you for the call.
Let me cut it down so it don't echo. Let me pause it so it don't echo and shit. What's up with you, bro?
Everything good, man. What's going on?
Shit, man, I'm one of the original. This is Axiom Oblivion, one of the original gematria dudes, man. I've been following Zach for probably like. I started following him before he wrote his first little book or whatever, and probably back when he was on channel like 18 or something like that. And
what do you got for us with Takeoff? You got anything for us?
yeah, he just dropped a video last night called him and Quavo just dropped a video last night called Messy.
Yeah, we spoke about that in the at the 242 mark. The Grim Reaper is shown with the R.I.P. tombstone next to him.
Okay, yeah, nah, it's not. And then my name, I'm not gonna say what my name is, but it equals 213. And like I got a lot of like I don't know, like I just feel I've been studying this shit for a while, and the 213 number comes up a while. So I just take this shit personal. One of my college roommate was killed after he pulled. I just dropped a video about it. He got killed after some dudes were shooting dice, so called, and it seemed like it was kind of set up. You know what I'm saying? It was, some 38, 83 type shit. And all the numbers have been just lining up with all this shit for me. That's just one of the reasons why I called in this shit. But yeah, no, I'm just one of the gematria dudes, man. I don't really be making a lot of videos about it too more because it was just too many coincidences for it all to be for it to be fucking like I don't know, like you can't organize all this shit. Like it just seems like it's just the way shit is, man. At this point, there's just too.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening to that bullshit. He said this is just the way the world is. Shut up. SpaceX launches Falcon Heavy, the world's most powerful rocket, on Space Force mission today on November 1st. Really, the day that Takeoff gets killed. SpaceX launches Falcon Heavy. Are you serious? Elon Musk's SpaceX on Tuesday launched the first Falcon Heavy mission in over 3 years. Elon Musk, huh? June 28th. Shit, this is crazy, man. Look at that shit. 126 days. Oh my gosh. Hello?
Hey, what's going on? After this air.
What's going on, Eric?
Not too much. Are you? Is this the number for the call-in show that you talking about? Takeoff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching and I seen I seen you said it. It reminds me of what happened with Nipsey Hussle.
It does, right?
The way his leg moved, no human leg moves like that. And also, I mean, you don't have to be like well trained or nothing, but when someone gets shot to stop you from bleeding out, like why no one put a tourniquet or whatever at that bowling alley? I'm sure cops carry all that. Like
exactly.
They just had him laying there. It's like the dude was like going in his pockets, like searching him. And then another thing is I looked him up on Google. I mean, on Wikipedia. He was way darker. Like that, whatever they had laying there was looked like a real light skin, mannequin or whatever you want to call it. But I think they just setting all this stuff up.
And did you know that SpaceX just launched a rocket today, the same day he gets killed?
Right, Houston, space. Houston, we have a problem. The other caller, it's like.
And he died. He died right next to where the Rockets play.
Oh yeah, and then the Houston is in the World Series, so.
And they lost last year to Atlanta.
Yeah, they lost last year to Atlanta. Those guys are from Lawrenceville. I tried to look up the Lawrenceville mayor birthday, but his name David Steele, but I couldn't find his birthday or nothing like on Google. But sometimes this stuff be synced up with the mayors from the city that they from, you know.
Yeah, it's just so obvious. Well, you're actually right.
Yeah.
I should have looked at that, but Elon Musk, he's the one responsible for that rocket launch. And today's 126 days after his birthday, and Takeoff's birth name is 126.
Didn't he just buy Twitter for like 44 billion or some shit crazy? Georgia 44 was like,
Yep.
you know.
Shooting.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I believe it's just a setup. And then that pile of blood, like, it looked like it was already clouded.
Yeah, and it's not even growing.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
not even growing.
Like
you know how blood.
Shit, you know
how blood
yeah.
extends. It extends when it's leaking.
Right.
It's not even extending. It's just sitting there in the same.
Right.
Just so. Yeah, he's probably not even dead.
And like you say, common sense. I mean, I tell you, if someone gets shot, you try to put something around it to stop the bleeding. You know,
common sense will tell you somebody got shot. You'll run away.
Exactly.
Not be there filming it.
Right. And then it's like they in the back. Come on, bro. Did anybody call the police? I'm like, this shit is set up. Like, it sounds scripted when you know you've been watching it for so long. But
yeah, and the way Quavo is so obvious. He's so obvious that he's acting. I mean, your nephew just got shot in the head, and you're just walking around, help. Like that's not even a real human reaction. Like,
right. And
it's just weird. It's just weird, man.
I believe some kind of way they have to use like people born in the 94, 95 or something to sync up with some of these baseball players, because it's like they always pick these, trash rappers and, put them on the front stage, and then they use them for like a ritual or something when the time is right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, I'll let someone else get in. I'll listen back to the show. So
thanks a lot for the call, Eric.
All right, cool.
So what I just wrote down on my blog is that today's 126 days after Elon Musk's birthday, and they just launched the rocket Falcon Heavy today on November 1st, 126 days after his birthday, when Takeoff's birth name is 126. Hello?
Yo, it's true.
Yes, what's going on?
What's good, man? Yeah, so just was tuning in and talking to some guys, and they, they laughing at what I'm saying, but somebody posted in your chat that his album anniversary is tomorrow, so I quick Googled, and Takeoff solo album debut in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, is November 2nd. And so you got yesterday, they just dropped this video, Messy, and he on the floor all messy today, right? And then the album just came out, so nobody was paying attention to Migos. They just got booed off the stage recently, right? So that sale's gonna go up. The album just, I never even heard his solo album, so now everybody gonna download that tomorrow. That's gonna go up. And also, there's some lyrics, right? I Googled Roll the Dice because it came to my mind from listening to their music, like Roll the Dice. I've heard them say that before. And the next bars after Roll the Dice, something, take your life. Like it's in the, I think it's Get Right With You is the name of the song. But yeah, and good observation too. I didn't look at that video, but they always put stuff in that videos and yeah, man, that's all I really had to chime in on right now.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, Elon Musk. What a puppet he is, right? So if anybody else wants to call in, the number is 646-986-0958. Yes, the sale's about to take off. I get it. I get the joke. Yeah, but like what I was saying, I see a lot of people who are probably new here who are calling this stuff, stupid and to saying that this is conspiracy theory and all this stuff. Well, you guys need to realize that this stuff goes on every single day, and it happens a lot during the day. So it's up to you if you want to become knowledgeable or not. You want to remain stupid, because the only stupid part about this video it's your presence here. You're the only stupid part about this video. Because this stuff we have proof and evidence that this stuff is going on every single day. And it's so consistent.
Is this simple truth?
Yes, it is. What's going on?
So yeah, for the Takeoff ritual death, you can tell the legs are fake because, like, if you've ever lifted somebody's legs, like at a sleepover as a kid, you know that it's heavy. And you can tell in the video the way he's lifting it like paperweight. The guy that's
because it's probably not even a real person. Yep. Same thing they did with Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle, it was the same thing.
Right, and if you know the human body, the legs are the heaviest part of the human body.
Yes.
So the guy, he didn't even bend his own legs.
Exactly.
Like, if you're gonna use your upper body to lift somebody's legs, you have to bend your legs. Like, you have to get up under there.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I just wanted to add that because a lot of people need to, see that. They need to notice that.
But people can't see the obvious, though. I mean, just think about it. He dies in Houston. The guy name is Takeoff, which is associated with Rockets, right?
Yeah.
He dies a couple of blocks away from where the Rockets play. The same day that Elon Musk launches a SpaceX project.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
man.
No,
that's crazy. There's more to look at for the Elon, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely more to look at with that, but the fact that it's 126 days after his birthday and the guy's name is 126, Takeoff's birth name, Kirshnik Ball. I mean, isn't that proof that this stuff is all planned and orchestrated and is all connected?
Yeah. But
it says here that this is the first Falcon Heavy mission in over 3 years. I mean, what are the odds that the guy dies on that day?
The what? What'd you say?
It's the first Falcon Heavy mission in over 3 years.
Okay.
So this is not something that happens frequently.
Right.
So the guy named Takeoff dies on the same day that this project is being launched.
So they picked Takeoff because it was a project launching today?
Well, they picked him for a number of reasons. They picked him because of the numbers behind his name. But the point is that what I was trying to point out in the beginning of the video is whoever gave him that name, they already knew that was going to take him out on November 1st, 2022. This stuff is planned way before. It's not like they planned it a month ago or 2 months ago. This stuff was planned probably from the day he was born.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy, but that's what we come to notice.
I definitely see that it's scripted. I definitely see the rituals, the gematria, and all that.
I mean, yeah, just think about it. His name Takeoff is 28. He's dead at the age of 28. His name equals 54. His birth name, he dies on the day with 54 in numerology. I mean, these are the same ongoing patterns that we always discuss.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to share that obvious observation with the legs, like being fake and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. If you go look up
people don't see that.
Tupac Hoax Revealed YouTube channel. He had a video on there the day that Nipsey Hussle died, and when it was the same thing. Nipsey Hussle's leg did not look real at all.
It's called what? Tupac Hoax?
I think he changed it. I think it's called Industry Hoax Revealed. Industry Hoax Revealed. Yeah. Go look up his YouTube channel. He has a video on Nipsey Hussle's leg being moved moments after being shot. It doesn't look real at all. That's the same thing they just did with Quavo with Takeoff today.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, you could just see the way both of them were lifted, because I think they lifted his upper body too, and like they didn't even bend their legs. Like, this is obviously fake, So, but that's all, man. I'm gonna let somebody else get on.
All right, thanks a lot. Okay, so if you guys are new here, this is what I want you to do. Right, I want you to call in and tell me why you think that none of this stuff is real, or I'm just making. Somebody said that I'm making a mockery out of somebody's death. I'm trying to show you guys What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you guys how these rappers are not really being killed for the reasons that they're claiming they are. This rapper did not die because of no dice game. This is a ritual handed down by the Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus. This goes on all the time. It goes on all the time. They use the same numbers for all of these killings. The reason none of you know about this is because you was not educated on gematria. You probably never even heard of that word before. Gematria is the simple practice of coding numbers into words. I just spoke about the number 213 and how it showed up on Biggie Smalls' death, on Tupac Shakur's death, and now on Takeoff's death. It's one of the reasons why Jeffrey Dahmer was killing people out of apartment 213. That number is associated with death. Hello?
Yo, Art.
What's going on?
What's going on, brother? This is Travion Lamont. So I don't got no decodes and nothing now. I done put everything in the chat, but I'm reading the chat and everything, and what I see is it's a lot of people who they just got in this live right now. So they don't know anything about the occult. They don't know anything about gematria. They don't know anything about their own religion. They really new to this. They just hopped in here because they found out Takeoff got killed. So I mean, we all trying to our own opinion or whatever. I don't think that they plan this stuff from these rappers and these entertainers' birth. I think it's more so the day they sign a contract, because you know how we can go to the gematria calculator, or if you got pen and paper, you can just break all this shit down. Well, you know how the internet works now with an algorithm. I think once they sign that contract, they plug in all of their information and they have our society planned out, for the future or whatever. But what they do is they put all these people information in, their birthday, names, and all that stuff, and then whoever's
okay. Let me just disagree with you for a second. Okay. Like, the reason I believe that is because I don't like using the word believe, but the reason I think that, you're familiar with YMW Melly, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was born on May 1st, 1999, exactly 223 years after the Illuminati was established. And if you listen to his music, he raps about the number 223 a lot. And we know how that number is associated with the synagogue of Satan. Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, go ahead.
So think about it. He was born on the Illuminati's 223rd day of his age. I mean, the 223rd birthday of the Illuminati. So that's what I'm saying. I think that YMW Melly, he was chosen from birth. I mean, what are the odds of that? I mean, come on.
Okay, now I get what you're saying there. I don't know. I seen, so that could be your opinion of it, but you see a lot of these celebrities or whatever, they'll try to be an entertainer or a rapper or whatever it is, and that not work out. And then come back with a different name or with a different alias and a whole different style or whatever. And I mean, the way these societies, these secret societies and everything work, like, maybe the dude was rapping it as a different way or something like that. Like, that's one specific case. I don't know. I can't see them being able to plan all of this shit from birth with these people. I don't think it's more so about the people. I think it's just about once you sign the contract and you join the club. This is my opinion of it. Then you get put into this algorithm, this system or whatever. And then once your numbers line up with whatever they got going on, we obviously know the shit they planned since 1968, but Takeoff lines up with all of this moon, outer space, and everything they got going on here. So I don't know. I just got a difference of opinion when we say that they doing it since birth. Even though I get what you're saying with the YN Melly, I think it's just more so the algorithm. They know who to plug and put where, because for one, it's hidden knowledge, and then for two, it can all be calculated in advance. So
okay.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't even think that matters, because we can clearly see that is going on, and the correlation here. I was just seeing for the new people and a bunch of people in the chat like, oh, yeah, playing since birth. Yeah, you guys lost your mind or whatever, which they still knew the gematria, so don't even understand any of it, in a sense. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go with since birth.
I just think that if you're gonna have an agent, it's harder for me to believe that they're convincing people when they're signing a contract that that your life is gonna be that you're gonna worship Satan from now on. I think that's harder for me to believe that. I think you have to be programmed from the beginning that this is the life that you're gonna be that's destined for you. If you're a grown man, it's harder for me to believe that they're gonna convince you that this is the way your rest of your life is gonna be planned out. It's just I don't know. You believe that?
Yeah, only in the sense that I believe that the signature is more than what they told us it was. That's why it's kind of like your fingerprint or your eye scan or whatever. They can tell if you signed something. So I believe that once you sign that contract, and you I have my own beliefs about what the military is and what this corporation is. So I believe once you sign that contract or whatever, then you're gonna do what they say. If we can acknowledge that they do sacrifice people, me and you, then I also believe that once you sign that signature over, then for sure you're gonna carry out with what they say, because it's easy to take out celebrities when you control the media. You can just tell them whatever. You tell the populace whatever. So that's why I think they go into this blind, that we get force fed money and this fame and all of this stuff, which is why you hear a lot of celebrities saying, "Man, I just want a regular life." And I think you sign contracts and you don't really know what's going on. People in rooms who got plans for you that you don't even understand. And then once you sign that contract and you can clearly get an understanding that, okay, these people making money off me, it's bigger than just I'm just an entertainer. Then I think you got to carry out with what it is, because I mean, you know how the boss roll. I mean, shit, if you got a problem with your local police, they got backup. So just think about that. I mean, that's how I see it.
Okay.
Those men being controlled under contract, man.
Well, even if they're not being chosen from birth, it's obvious that they weren't killed for the reason that the media is reporting. I think that's what people need to really understand, is that these people did not die because of no dice game. And if they are dead, they was taken out by this very ritualistic, consistent code that most of these rappers are being taken out of by.
Facts. And I just seen a comment. I'm about to go, but I just seen a comment like, "Stop with this sacrifice rubbish." It's like, fam, do you not understand all of the religious texts talk about sacrifice? Like, in order to have anything in the world we live in, you got to sacrifice time and live in a sacrifice.
Well, a lot of people they don't read. They're not aware of who controls the world. They don't know anything. They don't know anything about anything. All they know is what the media has programmed to know.
And it's sad. All right, keep going on with the show, man. You're doing a great job. This one of the best ones, man. Keep going. I'm gonna keep watching.
All right, thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, I think that's the real problem. A lot of you don't know anything about anything. You probably never read the Bible. You don't know who's in control. You think that these rappers are just being chosen out of these neighborhoods for no reason. Like, you guys have no idea. You have nothing in your brain. But yeah, you coming on here calling us stupid. And you're the one that's actually stupid. Watch more videos and you're going to realize how consistent this stuff is. Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing well. Hey, bro. This the podcast, Simple Truth.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, man. I mean, I didn't want to get too deep in on that, but just actually speaking about it, even beyond that, man, it's just some things I want to say, because
can you lower the video in the background?
Yeah, that's no problem. Like, real talk.
Yeah. So what is it? What is the point are you trying to make?
The point that I'm trying to make is it's not just going by his death. It's by everyone that has been killed amongst us as black people. Which, how are you this famous? How is everything going on? You got all these cameras and no one has any sight of anything. Not only with that being said and with it being ritualistic, they put it in everything.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Go ahead.
Yeah, they put it in everything we do. Just like I was listening to the point of, like, he was doing the miracles. Now, I'm a God-fearing man. So I don't try and go by, all that, because if you give worship to false idols, you can make it be faithful and be true. So I try and stay away from it. But just like he was saying about the 213, man, think about it. We caught that with Snoop, Warren G.
Yeah. Yep. They told us, and they told us about 187 too. 187 on the undercover cop. They tell us about these numbers all the time.
Deep cover.
Yep.
Everything is like right there in your face, saying what you need to see. But if you're not looking for the knowledge of it, then it's like what? Like I'm gonna be so honest with you. I'm in a small town, and dog, man, we got people getting killed 3 and 4 every week. And now here it is. If people don't see that the world is really, really screwed up with all the evilness, speaking about witchcraft and devil worshiping, that used to be taboo. I mean, you have the Baphomet in Arkansas, where most of the companies reside is in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so much. It's right there for your head. It's right there in front of everyone's face, but don't nobody want to look for it. I mean, I'm getting little homies that are doing the killing and killing their own people. And whenever I say killing their own people, it's most likely their cousin. How they don't know no better? And they want to say that it's gang affiliated. Really? Now, gangs are something, and they're numerical. But when you were 13, 14, 15, you weren't thinking about carrying no stick. You was thinking about licking some click. Let me touch something, finger pop.
And do you think like the story that they gave us, is that even like realistic? You have 2 millionaire rappers are just gonna be rolling dice with random people,
and that's what I'm saying.
That doesn't even make sense.
Why would he not be in his mansion, even on a poor day? Why would he not be in his Rolls Royce?
Exactly. And why would the record label allow these 2 millionaires who cost so much money for them, who are an investment, be outside with no security?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it takes it back to the simplicity of it all. They done already hit people off. They done paid people off. They done got them with. But like I was saying, there is no way factual that can be done. The simplicity of it is they're worth more dead than alive. And that's the sad part.
Yes, that's what Biggie Smalls did. Biggie Smalls said, "You're nobody until somebody kills you."
Exactly. And that's right on point with it. So then look at everything that they get. Now you even look at TV just having commercials. Shit, they playing everything that's right there to be played. Things that when we weren't recognized at one time, now all of a sudden we all over the airwaves. Go back and think about the horror movies of the 80s, since it being Halloween. You ain't hear no rap. 90s, you ain't hear no rap like that. All of a sudden, here it is. It's rap everywhere. Those devils ain't dying like that. You can't kill them. So it's real. Yeah, I mean, and like I say, I love what y'all doing. It touched the nerve because I just lost some more just this week. 3. And like I say, we down here in the sticks. So just much love. Keep doing what you're doing. But people really got to open their eyes and really see that us as our people, yeah, they man, it's so brainwashed and messed up that we're done within our own state of mind. And they act like that's supposed to be comfortable. That's not cool. It's not cool. Like real talk. But hey, like I say, I won't try to cut you off on that. But when you get the passion for it, it's just there. It's just there. And
I'm not too upset at the sheep. Like if you're watching this video and you're like, oh, this stuff is bogus. This is bullshit. This guy's crazy. I get it. You don't know anything about this stuff.
No. It's all good with it.
But the thing that disturbs me. One second. Let me just get this point across. The thing that makes me upset is because you're not even willing to consider new knowledge. You think you know it all. And that's the point. That's where you're actually hurting yourself, thinking that you know it all. because I don't me personally, even though I know so much about what's going on, I still don't think I know it all. I'm still able to listen to somebody like you and call me and tell me something that I've never learned before. I'm not gonna call you crazy until I listen to you and I apply what you're telling me. You know how many times we discussed the number 213? I mean, I have over 500 videos in my channel. I probably spoke about that number over 300 times. That number shows up all the time. Look at this. Look. Go look up all eyes on me. 1 second. I don't want to talk over you.
No, sir. Please school me. I see. That's one thing.
So look. So
I learn every day. So please teach me.
Okay. 1 second. So Tupac Shakur, he puts out this his last album of his career on February 13th. 2/13, right? And what day did Tupac die? Look, this is simple stuff. All you have to do is measure it from dates. Tupac date of death. He died on 9/13/1996, right? So his last album comes out 2/13/1996. He dies on 9/13/1996. So all you have to do is simply measure how many days after his album did Tupac die. Look, the album came out on 2/13/1996. He died on 9/13/1996, right? You click here, it says calculate durations. And look, that's exactly 213 days later. From his last album to the day he died is 213 days. Now, if you apply gematria, you'll notice that phrases like drive-by shooting equals 213. He died in a drive-by shooting. Biggie Smalls, who also died in a drive-by shooting, he died 213 days after his daughter's birthday. And why does his daughters matter? Why does his daughter matter? Well, because he spoke about her all the time in his music. Put 5 carats in my baby girl's ear. Ends up dying 213 days after her birthday in a drive-by shooting in LA in a 213 area code. Like how last year on February, well, what was it? This year? What was the Super Bowl? Wasn't it on 2/13 of this year? And who won the Super Bowl? The LA Rams, right? The Los Angeles team. They won the Super Bowl on 2/13. 2/13, LA is a 213 area code. Takeoff, he just finished dying 213 days after Quavo's birthday. His uncle. Quavo, born April 2nd, 2022. From Quavo's birthday to today is 213 days. The word death is also 213. Like I said, Jeffrey Dahmer, they just put out a Netflix series on Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer. He was killing people out of apartment 213. And it's for this reason. Think about it. Death out of apartment 213. They put these numbers right in your face. But you guys are not paying attention to the numbers. And then the symbolism, right? Takeoff, rockets. Today there was a space launch by Elon Musk. Today's 126 days after his birthday. The name Takeoff, birth name, equals 126. Kirshnik Ball. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? This the Simple Truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, man, you be having the gyms, bruh. 213. I don't know how people don't see it.
Yeah, but I was just talking about this with Jeffrey Dahmer the other day. I was just like, man, this number, it comes up all the time.
All the time. People still believe in coincidences. That's their problem.
How many times we got to discuss 213?
Exactly. Didn't the rapper just die in November last year and the year before that? Like, I don't get how people don't see it, bro. Like, they're killing them off. Like, in the, like, I don't know, bro. Maybe, I don't know. I see it, but I don't get what people don't see it. They're too blind, bro. Too blind.
And it's like it's every rapper is the same thing over and over again. Look,
King Von.
Okay, let's talk about King Von for a second. Look. And we just oh my, I could talk about so many rappers. P&B Rock,
Exactly, and they all have them on record for some reason. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man,
King Von, the guy from 64th Street. He put out the album LeVon James in 2020, and then who wins the NBA Finals that year? LeBron James.
And then he posted that album on his Instagram story. I remember that shit, bro. Like everything, people, shit. It don't be.
Yeah, LeBron tweeted about the guy right after he died. He said, rest easy, Von. I mean, come on.
Exactly. And then LeBron did the same thing when Kobe died. He posted his shoes like it's like he did it on accident, like before he even died. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like on the shoes, it was like said some shit like I can't really bring it. I can't even really remember, but. It's like he already knew that Kobe was going to die, and it was just weird. The post didn't really make sense, bro, because it was before he died. So it was like, bro.
For all the dummies in the chat, look at this. So King Von, he put out an album on March 6th called LeVon James. This was the last album right before he died. And if you notice up here, it says that the score was 24-6, and there was 64 hours left in the game, right? Which is doesn't make sense because that's not how long a basketball game is. But these numbers are trying to communicate something to you, but you guys do not understand the meaning of these numbers, and that's why it's going over your head, right? So 24-6. Why does that matter? Well, because in Gematria, Catholic Church equals 246, and from the release of his album, which came out on March 6th, to his death, is 246 days. And if you see the 64, King Von died on November 6th, the 311th day of the year, because 2020 was a leap year. And 311 is the 64th prime number. And the guy name was Davon Bennett, which equals 64, right? I'm from 64th Street.
Mm-hmm. They put it right in our face. They put the numbers right in our face, man.
The guy talks about he being from 64th Street in Chicago and dies on the 311th day of the year, the 311 and 64 prime.
Exactly. And these celebrities, they know about Gematria, bro, because I was watching Emmanuel Hudson. He be with Wildin' Out. And he says he does Gematria in his music, so he knows about the Gematria. Like these celebrities, they know about it, bro. So it's like,
well, just think about this rapper. Look, man, what's his rapper name? Oh man, he posted about Gematria not too long ago.
I'm saying they know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't really be on the Instagram like that because that shit just.
Rapper post. Let me see. Rapper Gematria. Let me see if it comes up because he tweeted about Gematria not too long ago.
And they all know, bro. They all know. Diddy and them they say stuff about it, bro. They all know. They know.
Yeah, I know. They definitely do know. But there was this rapper that posted about Gematria not too long ago. He's actually I'll probably put it on my Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, but there was a rapper who said, learn Gematria, and he gave out the definition of Gematria.
Exactly. I never forget when E-Man said that it was in an interview when he was talking about it, like how the number, like he just do his music a part of the numbers, and like he was just saying how 42 equal to N-word and all that stuff. Like he was really explaining that shit like he was doing a video. I'm like, bruh, if he knows this shit.
Yeah, Quavo born on 4-2.
You feel what I'm saying? Right, exactly. Like, and I'll be watching Martin, his door number 42. Like, I just be like, bro, it's like you can't unsee the shit once you see it. Like, it's just so crazy, bro. Like, they put the numbers right in our faces, and it's just the 107 on the album date. Like, I don't know, bro.
Damn, what is this rapper's name, man? I'm trying to remember this rapper's name that posted about. Oh, I found him now. Why? I knew it. I knew because he had beef with the rapper named Takeoff. Look at this. So this rapper right here, he posted this on his Twitter. This is a mainstream rapper. So his name is YBN Yamir. Right? Here it is. YBN Yamir. Free game. Yeah. He wrote hashtag free game. Gematria is the alphanumeric code of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase according to its letters. A single word can yield several values depending on the cipher used. Mm-hmm. So he basically just went on Wikipedia, copy and pasted to his Twitter, letting people know this was 2021 on July 3rd. He posted this.
One family members or something died too, so it's like they be knowing. They be knowing, bro. Yeah. And then what's his name? like what's his name? That was Lil Young Thug and them. He died too. I can't even remember his name. What's his name? The fuck, Key? Yeah, Lil Key. He just died too, and talking about some it was an overdose. I'm like, man, people believe this shit, man.
Yeah, how many rappers gotta die from overdose or a shooting?
Overdose,
How many rappers had to get shot and killed? Like I talk about this all the time. If there's a Wikipedia page of rappers being shot and killed, and there's like 50 names on there, this is like their cause of death, being shot and killed, and yet nobody's even questioning whether or not they're really being, why they're being shot and killed so often, and nobody's even investigating if they're in fact being shot and killed.
Exactly.
People just whatever TMZ reports, that's the truth.
That's what you believe, right?
Oh, come on, you guys are crazy. He died in a dice game. That's what TMZ said. Was you there? You was not there.
Exactly.
Did you see any video footage of him being shot? No. What you saw was probably a mannequin laying on the floor with some fake blood.
And
that's what you saw.
I ain't see no sense of urgency in nobody.
Nobody's running. Nobody's panicking. None of it.
Nobody, like somebody. I'm a nurse. Like what? I can see a man choking on some food. It's a damn body.
People panic when something falls on the floor. When something like if a glass cup falls on the floor and breaks, people panic over that.
Exactly.
So a guy just got shot in the head and nobody's panicking over that.
Somebody pull out their phone and start recording.
Somebody gonna record it.
That's the way we live in, man. That's the world we live in, man. Same thing with like you said earlier. Same thing with PNB. Somebody pull out the phone, recording him laying on the ground. Like how many times people got to see this shit? To like, it's like they gotta show people so you could have some like so people can just talk about it. It's like it's other shit going on in the world, so they got to push some bullshit out there so people can get distracted by this shit. Because now everybody gonna be talking about Takeoff for today, while some shit going on behind the scenes that nobody.
Well, just think about it. They have a rocket launch today, same day that he dies. Nobody's gonna be talking about SpaceX.
And he was with NASA. He had a whole bunch of NASA chains. But I'm saying, like, this shit is not a coincidence. I don't get how people can say this is it's like, oh man, that's just a coincidence. That happened. No, it don't, bro. Like for shit to be lined up like that, it has to be perfect, bro. Like nothing is perfect.
Look at his chain. He has a chain with an alien on it.
Exactly, bro. Like,
and he ends up dying in Houston, the same day that the SpaceX rocket launched.
Exactly, and he with the telling you, bro.
Another coincidence, huh?
Right. That's right. That's just a coincidence, right? You know what? Right. But then the 107 of the date of their album and all that shit, just a coincidence too, and that equals shooting and shit too, right?
Yep. Look, Takeoff solar system. He called it solar system. He has a solar system chain. Like this is what I mean. Like this stuff is so obvious.
So obvious, and people just don't care to want to see it. They rather believe what somebody telling them than seeing something that's right in your face, man. Right in your face.
There's a solar system chain. Of course it equals 201. Solar system chain equals 201.
Mm-hmm. And Migos, they was falling off for real. Like they wasn't getting no attention like they usually do.
After the breakup.
So I see why they, you know what I mean? I can see it. This just going to boost them back up. So, hey.
Well, now there's only two of them. Well, I guess one of them.
Right.
Yeah, then he has the sun in there, like the Jesuits, the Jesuit symbolism on the chain. Just oh my gosh. The guy dies the same day as the SpaceX rocket launch. Wow. All right, brother. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, man. Stay safe, man.
All right. Man, I really wish that if you guys are new here and you're watching this for the first time, you really need to enlighten yourself. This is what's going on. And you don't have to be a celebrity to be affected by the Jesuit order. Something that I preach all the time in my videos. Learn their system. These people are making a mockery out of you, and you don't even realize it. Okay? This is not a joke. Hello?
Arthur, it's me. I talked about the timestamp for the video earlier.
Yes,
I'm just calling back. All right, so I'm not really into baseball, but I was just looking around since this happened in Houston, and I want to ask you, like, is it normal for the games to start like at 8:03 p.m.? Is
No,
that a
it's
normal
not. It's
thing?
not. It's not. That's ritualistic. The God name
Yeah,
is 83, like murder.
exactly. So the next two games they start at 8:03. So
Yeah,
it just
usually the
happened
game
to be.
starts 5 minutes after the hour.
Mhm.
Never 3 minutes. No.
So then, like, since it happened in Houston, wouldn't be surprised if Houston wins the next two, probably wins it all, right?
Well, that's well, because I have a Patreon where I give out sports stuff, but that's what we've been talking about. We've been talking about Houston possibly becoming 3-1 over the Phillies because Houston equals 31. But
Yeah.
right now
I'm
it's,
not a
the
better or
series is
anything.
tied 1-1. So the thing is, right? If Houston wins the next, I think if they win the next two games, they'll become 10-1, and Philadelphia's 101. But let me just make sure, because I know the playoffs started 118 days after Dusty Baker's birthday, and this is the year of the 118th World Series. So yeah, so right now the Astros are 8-1 in the postseason. If they win the next two, they'll be 10-1. Philadelphia equals 101.
Okay.
And that will make them 3-1 in the series, and Houston is 31. So that's what we've been talking about on Patreon.
Yeah, and then I also wanted to mention, like, the dude who was talking about, like, he doesn't think the birthdays matter. I mean, he makes a point, but I mean, like, if you look at all these deaths that happen, like, their birthday has something to do with this. So, like, I mean, these people are in from birth, like, whether they want to or not. Like, these people are set up from birth to have like a certain life path. And then on top of that, I think it was the Satanic Bible even mentions, like, the birthday is one of the most, important days.
But you know why it
according to the
doesn't make
Satanic
sense
Bible.
for this? Because what he said was that they're being chosen after they sign the contract. You know why that doesn't make sense to me? Because think about how planned this stuff is, right? So let's say for example, I want to become a mainstream rapper, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm about to sign this contract, and then the people telling me, look, this is what your career is going to be about. You're going to die on this date, and this is gonna happen during your career. If I say no, that's gonna mess up their plan. Yes.
Exactly.
So why would they risk that? Isn't it? Wouldn't it be easier to have somebody to birth them, and program them from birth and say, look, this is going to be your life from day one, and it'll be easier to influence them because you're pretty much programming them from day one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to understand because, I mean, even us normal people, like, everybody is programmed from day one. What do you have to do? You need to go to school. You need to get a slave job. You need to work that slave job till you retire. You need to pay taxes. I mean, we're all programmed in
Yeah,
some
but
type of way.
it's a lot difficult to program somebody as an adult.
Yeah, exactly. So you put them on that track as soon as they're born. Like, you put those certain things in their life that they go through, that this is going to be their path.
And it'll be easier for them to accept it.
And then the contract is what binds them to that life path, which is like they cannot go against it because they already signed on to it.
Yes. And going back to the Astros, Dusty Baker, if he does win the World Series, he'll pick up his 51st career postseason win. Houston Astros is 51.
Yep.
So
that's how they do it.
And it's possible the series ends 4-1, but we shall see.
Yeah, I'm not a bet or anything, and I'm not really into baseball either. So I just noticed that when I Googled the World Series, the time is 8:03 for both the next two games. So I was like, oh, that's a coincidence, huh?
Absolutely not.
All right, Arthur, take care.
Thanks a lot, brother. The guy's a solar system chain. Hello?
Yo, top of the morning, man.
What's going on, brother?
Yo, man. I want to piggyback off what the last guy said with the whole 83 and everything.
Yeah.
If you look at Takeoff's if you look at his Instagram page, he has 83 posts.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier in the stream.
83 posts, and then when you look at the picture of Quavo standing over him, he has the black and red ritualistic colors.
Yeah, the judgment colors.
This is This is pretty much by design, and for the people that don't have their eyes open, this is in plain sight, and they do this over and over and over again. Just want you guys to be aware and, be safe out here, man. I just wanted to tap in.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, the guy in the chat who refuses to. I mean, these are the type of people who probably didn't even finish school. They probably didn't finish. They don't have a high school education. I get it. A lot of you don't like knowledge. You're into rap music and stuff like that. You're not into literature. You're not into anything valuable. Migos rapper Takeoff iced out intergalactic chain does right by his name. Thanks to the spaceship taking off smack in the middle of it. Hello?
Is this true?
Yes.
I was just calling because I wanted to know, do you think it's a conjuring method of them just trying to take our energies at this point? Like, I just want to know, what's the reasoning behind all this? Because it keep happening. We can't deny that it's not happening. And, yeah, that was my question for you.
Say that one more time, because you sound very low.
Is it like a conjuring method of they're trying to use our energy to like manifest something?
Well, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of both.
All right.
Yeah, they're definitely sucking in our energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because I know everything has a deeper level to it, and I know it's a lot of witchcraft and magic that they're doing to us, and like using us against ourselves.
Yes, they do that all the time.
Yeah, that's all I had for you. I just wanted to tap in and speak. I understand you, Montreal, and I understand that it keep happening and they keep doing it. It's been happening for centuries upon centuries.
Yes.
To our. All right, have a good one.
You too. Says here that the solar system inspired piece. It's missing a few planets. Only Earth, Mars, Saturn, and the Sun and the Moon made the cut. He died on Tuesday, which is named after Mars. Mars is 201 in Gematria. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I have a quick question about gematria. I'm trying to see, how can I figure out gematria on myself, about me?
Well, the thing is, okay, there is an organic side to it, but the side that we're trying to show, it's a side that's being manipulated by the Jesuit order. So just because, let's say, if your name just happens to equal 213, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to die in connection to that number. You see, these celebrities, their careers and their life is being scripted out by this code, and the people enforcing the code is the Catholic Church, the Jesuit order. So just because your name might equal a number, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be affected by that number. It could, because there is an organic side to it, but I don't want you to think too much into it. Like, don't think that because your name equals these numbers that you should be scared and watch out for those numbers. No, but these celebrities, these people in the mainstream media, their careers are being scripted by these numbers.
So it's really part of the mainstream, like celebrity-wise.
Most of it, yes, most of it. But again, there is an organic side, because the belief is that God created the world with this code. They believe that God is the top mathematician. So this is why they use it so ritualistic.
Okay, another one. How can I find out the organic side there?
You want to learn more about the organic side?
Yeah. How can I find out about me?
You want to find out about yourself? Well, if you go on the Gematria calculator, type in your name, type in your mother's name, your father's name. You want to measure from their birthday to the day you was born and stuff like that. See how that lines up with the names, with your name and her name, and you'll have more understanding of how you came about.
Okay, and another quick question: do you think NBA stars are
Yes.
born to be like in
Yes.
the NBA?
Most of them are.
Most of them are.
Yes.
Is that by the numbers?
Absolutely. I mean, just think about it. Steph Curry and LeBron James were both born in the same hospital. I mean, that shows you that they're planning this since birth. For the caller who was trying to debate that earlier, LeBron and Steph Curry both born in the same hospital, and they ended up playing each other in the NBA Finals all those years.
I never knew that at all. Is there any NBA player you could show me, like right now? Because I'm looking at the live stream that's like was born into the NBA instead of like LeBron and Steph Curry.
So what is your question? Show you what?
Is there like, could you show me a NBA player that you think that was born into the league?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant?
Yes, Kobe Bryant born into the NBA.
I see. Okay, it was nice talking to you. I'm just figuring out this gematria stuff. It's like I'm new to it, and it's like
Look. Just take a look at the screen. Take a look at the screen. Look, Kobe Bryant, real quick. Kobe Bryant. Let's just use the base ciphers. Look, Kobe Bryant. You see how his name equals 41? That's how old he was when he died. 41 years old. They said that the helicopter crashed 41 minutes after takeoff. From 9:06 to 9:47. 41 minutes. 41 is the 13th prime. He died alongside his daughter, Gianna Bryant. She was 13 years old. 41 is the 13th prime number. You see the 157? From his birthday previous year to his death is a span of 157 days. The 58 matters because Los Angeles Lakers is 58, just like secret society, just like Freemasonry. The 113 matters because the National Basketball Association equals 113. Names like Michael Jordan equals 113. Names like Steve Nash equals 113. Names like Doc River equals 113. If you remember, right after Kobe died, on 11/3 on March 11th, the NBA was suspended because of the big bug that was going around. On 11/3. And remember, he was buried in Corona Del Mar. Are you still there? Oh, he left. Well, hopefully you watched the video and learned from that. Yeah, so Kobe Bryant, no doubt, he was born into his role. Out of this world. $74 like rapper. What day was this? This was 6/3/2017. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yo.
What's going on?
What up, bro? Vonnie here, bro. I was tuned in, bro. This whole number shit got me crazy, bro.
Talk to me. You're new to
What
this?
you said? Yeah, bro. I'm new to it, bro. But I've been tapped in. I kind of got into it from the PNB, from that situation. That's what really got me into it crazy.
Yeah, PNB was okay. So just to refresh people's memory, PNB was his death was synced up with Pop Smoke. He died in the same numbers. He died in the same numbers as Pop Smoke.
Yo, bro, this shit got me.
Look at this. If you're looking at the screen, the name PNB Rock equals 34 and 38, just like Pop Smoke, just like Murder, and just like Rapper. They had a song called Ordinary, which came out on February 12, 2020, right before Pop Smoke died. And the name of the song equals 50, and Pop Smoke ended up dying on the 50th day of the year. But what stands out about their deaths is just how they both synced up with the number 201, right? So Pop Smoke, born on the 201st day of the year. P&B Rock, his girlfriend was born the 201st day of the year. Right? The Jesuit Order is 201. And what's funny is the day that P&B Rock died, 9/12. Look at this. That date is crazy. Look, so P&B Rock died on 9/12, right? That date can be written 12/9 like 129, and 129 is 201 in Base 8 County. And he was born on 12/9, right? He was born December 9th. So he was born on 12/9, died on 12/9. And then Pop Smoke, he died on the reflection of that date on 2/19 on February 19th.
But my thing is though, it's like some people out here they feel like it can't be the numbers, like it's just a coincidence it's happening. These people
How many
out here
times
floating
though?
it.
How many coincidences?
I ain't gonna question it. You know what I'm saying? Once it makes sense to me, that's all the proof I need. You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
when you
it's
when you
still
think about Philadelphia, and rappers, who's the biggest rapper out of Philadelphia right now?
right now, I gotta say Meek Mill.
Meek Mill, right? Did you know P&B Rock died 129 days after Meek Mill's birthday?
Oh hell.
Yeah, Meek Mill was born on May 6th.
So what you saying? The number you can't go around the numbers?
Can if I could go around it?
Like could a person like avoid it? Like or do they know the numbers is
Well,
there?
no,
Like,
I think they sign up for this. They sign up for this.
Damn.
They sign up for this. There's no going around it. The day that Meek Mill gonna die, he gonna die in connection to the same numbers.
So what about I gotta see? It's so much, bro. Like it's like so much going on right now, man. This shit crazy, man. But I appreciate it though, taking out the time, man, talking to me and shit, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, brother. Yeah, so big 201 ritual with P&B Rock. Same thing we seen with Takeoff. The same thing, the same numbers. It's the same ongoing pattern. Dead on 12/9, born on 12/9. Pop Smoke died on 2/19. I think this will be the last call today. Hello?
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Simple True TV.
Yes.
How you doing?
What's going on?
Good. I appreciate you, man. The information you've been giving us, man. But I had a question for you, man.
What's going on?
So I be trying to like inform people about, you know, the information I be getting from you, and it's so hard to relay the message of gematria and what it means, and the people who really running the show. How do you do that? Like how is it? What is the proper way? Like
you gotta show them the real easy riddles. Like if you want to discuss Kobe, I think Kobe's like the go-to one now. Show them the simple stuff. You know, don't try to get too complicated because this stuff is very difficult to embrace when you're new to it. Because we've been programmed for so many years that you know it's hard to convince somebody of a new language overnight. You know, you got to ease them into it.
Yeah, because and they be thinking like, oh, it's just coincidence and it's just that. And
Yeah, but it happens too often.
Yeah, and I try to tell them like for a fact about gematria and how it was created by the Hebrews and stuff like that. You know, I try to tell them like it's universal, and they just it's crazy. Like people just miss it. And I don't think people like that. I be looking in the chat when you go live and people just don't understand. They look like I don't know I don't get it. You know, I be looking like, man, how can you relate to these people to shed some light to help them? You know, get on the right path to understand it.
Yeah, so I'm really convinced that not everybody is going to
get it.
Yeah, not everybody's gonna get it. Nah, it's just I think you have to be chosen to really see it.
Because the way I see it, like you can't just like I'd be looking like, come on, y'all can't just believe everything that you know what I mean has happened.
Yeah, that's another problem too. Everybody, whatever the media says, that's what they believe. They don't even question the media for some reason. It's like the media is God.
Like that's crazy, and that's just so crazy, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so we'll end it there. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Okay, one more call and then we'll end it. Hello?
Yo, what's going on, Arthur?
What's going on, brother?
It's Topsy, man.
What's going on, Tops?
Not much, man. I just wanted to point something out to you. It was a movie that had Mel Gibson in it. He started, I think it came out in like the early 90s. It was called Conspiracy Theorists.
Yeah, it came out on August 8th, and Conspiracy Theory is 88.
Exactly. But just think about it. Like, that was like decades ago that movie came out. And like in that movie, they were depicting a guy that was, you know, like us in the, like, our type of people that's in the numbers community. We think that pretty much like everything is a conspiracy. And he was that type of guy. And he would try to point things out to people and try to wake people up. And people just wouldn't budge. And I feel like, damn, like, if they were able to depict that in that movie, like to capture that, as far as like people just won't budge and they don't get it, and that was decades ago. Like, what do we think? Like, how far do we think we're gonna get? Like, the movie really captured that. Like, that was like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, but there was all. I think what they were the message they were trying to put out in that movie was, if you try to be a Mel Gibson type, that the CIA is gonna come after you and try to, like, you know, kill you or something like that. Because that's what they try to do to Mel Gibson in the film. They try to kill him because of all the knowledge that he's supposed to be knew.
Exactly.
So that's another way to like scare the truth seekers.
Exactly. But my point is, like, people don't budge. Like, people, like, I'm sitting here looking at the chat, and I'm like, certain people like are new and they're commenting, and it's like, damn, like, are we really that lost? Like, people, like, they don't even consider it. They just like automatically like ridicule it and like talk about it evasively. They don't even.
Yeah,
like,
well,
really
I think we all that lost. We are. Because
Exactly.
the mainstream proved that they can tell us anything, and people will do it.
It's just amazing, man. Like, people are really ignorant. Like,
I mean, just think about 9/11. 9/11 was so obvious, and so many people fell for it.
super obvious. Like
A national emergency on 911.
Exactly. And the fact that they removed everything of value from those buildings the day before it happened. They had Mack trucks remove all the gold bullion, all what do they call those things? Bonds. Everything that was of value was removed from those buildings the day before it happened. Like, why?
Exactly.
Come on, man. Think, people. Yes, the people that run this world are really that cold, and they are really that nefarious. They're really that wicked. Like, get it out of your head that the world is not that cold. Yes, it is. This is a wicked place where we live, and it's wicked people that run the world, whether you want to believe it or not, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. It's wicked people that run this shit. Get used to it, and you need to wake up. It's numbers. That's the code. Numerology, gematria, the ancient practice of coding numbers into letters, into words. That is the way. That's their motto. That's everything. Like, get with it. Get out of the mind frame of clones, lizard people, all this stupid shit.
Yeah, that's the problem too. They made that. They've mixed it with the truth. Like, they made conspiracy theory. They made truth sound like conspiracy theory, right? So when people think about truth, they associate it with aliens and clones and flat Earth and all that other bullshit that really doesn't matter. So now when people hear about gematria and hear about numerology, they associate it with aliens and all these other bullshit theories.
Exactly, man. And it makes the community look bad, and like people that are new to it coming in don't take it seriously. Like, that's why I don't agree with people who do that. Like, let's just stick to like what's really concrete, the numbers.
Exactly, stuff that you cannot deny.
You cannot deny the numbers. But everything else that's like, it's vague. You can't prove it. And you just, like, people who really have astute, intelligent minds that are new to this, they will not take us seriously. Especially if you come at them with lizard people and clones, and this celebrity is pretending to be this opposite sex and
all this transgender bullshit. Like, that's what they want. They want to suck in the truth community with that nonsense.
It hurts the community, man.
It does.
Please stop that shit. Like, for real, like, we're stunted when people do that shit. Like, let's just stick to the numbers, the code. You can't deny the code. And that's why they try to ridicule it and that's why they had Zach in the article some time back, because they're trying their best to keep us off track, because Zach was really hitting on shit. All of us have.
Yes.
But the point that I'm making is, let's just stick to the numbers, man. All the other stuff is clown stuff, and it hurts the community. That we can't go forward talking about clone people and all this stuff. That's just it's no more than entertainment. It has entertainment value.
And real ritualistic. If you're falling for clones, you're falling for the rituals.
Exactly, man. But that's just it, man. I just want to speak my piece on that. Like,
appreciate that. That's a good way to end the live stream as well.
Seriously, man. Well, I just appreciate you, Arthur. You the man. Anybody that don't know Arthur and you're new to this, I've seen this man go on a 23-game win streak. I've never seen nobody else in the community do that. And I've been around for about 5 years. I've never seen nobody do that. Like, he's went on a 23-game win streak. So, like, if you're new to Arthur, if you only been around here a short time, he made a call like a miss or two. Like, trust me, this dude knows what he's doing. Like, he's like that. Arthur, and he also called the Toronto Raptors. I didn't see anybody else on that. Like, nobody else called that shit but Arthur. So, like, if you're looking
brother.
For a top decoder in the community, yes. Arthur is definitely one of the guys, for sure, man. But that's all I got to say, man. Like, let's just stick to the numbers, man. Seriously. Like, it hurts the community when we talk about stuff that we can't prove. Let's just stick to gematria and, like, let's just go forward, period. But that's all I got to say. I appreciate you, Arthur. I'm signing out, man. Appreciate you. You stay up.
Have a good day, man. Thanks a lot, Topsy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, Topsy. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a while ago. 23-game win streak on Patreon. He was killing it. And then March 11th happened. But enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. And stop falling for the bullshit. Learn gematria. If you haven't read my book, I have a book that I wrote in 2020 showing the same patterns. It's called The Killing Name. It's on Etsy.com. I'm going to leave a link in the comment section. It's only $5. If you want to learn gematria, if you want to see how consistent this stuff is, if you want to learn about the organic side, read my book. It's only about 20 pages, and it's only $5. I'm telling you, look at the reviews. Read the reviews. 12 people gave out a review. Look, very important information. Excellent. Can't thank you enough, Arthur. I'm gonna leave a link to this book in the comment section. If you want to read it, you're gonna learn exactly how this stuff works. And you're not going to call it a coincidence or a conspiracy theory, because it's not. This stuff can save your life. Knowing about it can save your life, literally. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.